Let's listen to this dramatic show, which was popular in the early...
Hello, this is Keene again. This is week 3 of architectural photography with Phil Kamal. This week we'll be talking about the group project with Michael Paganetti and Tyler S. Kelleher. Also about exposure control or exposure values. Finally, we'll be talking about the expectations I've had for the class and any possible suggestions for future class discussion. After 5 years here at Wentworth, I can honestly say that I love working with groups. Not only is it a learning experience, but you get to teach other people things. You do the project together, you accomplish it together. It's great. On this project I worked with Tyler and Michael, and I would have to say that the work was pretty much spread out evenly. There was nobody taking all the workload on. It just seemed to work out well. We learned a great deal, and I'd have to say I'd love to do this kind of work again. Especially when we go out and start taking pictures with the class. The exposure control information I think does help. I mean, it gives you a basic idea of what a picture should come out like. It's basically like a pinhole camera as compared to a camera, giving you an idea and predicting what the picture could come out like, but I feel like it's kind of antique nowadays because the technology is so high and fast nowadays. It's basically trial and error. I mean, you take a picture, you don't like it, you just change the settings in 2 seconds, and you can keep on shooting picture after picture after picture. So like I said, I think it's a little bit antique, but it's good to have a base and a great understanding of the origins of photography. I think the class is and is not going the way I expected it to go. I mean, you definitely have to learn the basics inside of the classroom and how the camera works. You have to know your camera first of all, I believe, to be able to take this class. One thing I do wish we did more was more on-site or trial and error kind of experimentation with the photography. Definitely going out as a class would definitely help because you go out in groups, like I said before, you learn from your groups. If we were to do that, I think you'd just be able to bounce ideas off each other and find out what pictures are good to take and to see if you're exposing them correctly, setting the right ISO, changing the aperture correctly. All of the aspects that go into photography, I think going out on site would definitely help the class. So maybe once a week, I think we should probably do that as a class. One thing I think I'd like to learn more about in class is the zone system. I had a little trouble when taking pictures. I mean, I felt like I was doing it correctly, but still I feel like there needs to be more to it. I had a tough time deciding which zone is which and changing the camera and basically metering my camera. I wasn't sure if I was doing it correctly. So definitely more exposure to that in and outside of the classroom will definitely be beneficial. The other thing that I think could be improved on is the relationship to what we learn in class to the camera. I think as we're going over things in the classroom, I think we should be experimenting with our cameras. And I think that'll make people just be that much more familiar with their equipment and be able to take better photography. Adios, amigos. See you in week 4.